Okay, my Jamberry girls out there in the world, we are going to talk about something today that sometimes we like to tiptoe around, and that is the age-old question: do Jamberry nails cause damage? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about your nail health and tell you how you can completely avoid any damage that could be caused by your Jamberry nail wraps. Now, let's talk about fingernails in general at first, okay? The little things that are the end of your phalanges, these fingernails that we like to call them, are actually little pieces of keratin that have been squished down and pushed out from our fingers from an area called the matrix. Not to be confused with Keanu Reeves and his matrix. But the matrix of your fingernail is actually beneath this part down here that you really can't see. And as the cells die, your matrix pushes them out over your nail bed, which is underneath the nail plate, which is what we know as our fingernail. Okay, so think of it as being dead skin. Your fingernails, just like your hair, do not actually inhale and exhale. They do not breathe. So sometimes you'll hear ladies say, well, your nails need to breathe overnight. Well, my nails ain't doing any breathing. I am, okay? So that is not completely true. What is really, really important though is your overall health of your hands, because your hands have the cells that will die and push out that make your fingernails. Okay, does that make sense to you? So to combat any nail damage, you need to do a few things. But before we get to that, I'm going to show you a cool little demo that will hopefully put this in a picture perspective for those of you that are visual learners, okay? I am totally stealing this from Katie Hill. Shout out to you and your, I believe it's Gem Minions. So she posted a video and I asked her if I could use this as a demo, and brought out an onion. I almost said an onion. Onions have layers. They're like ogres. They have layers, lots of layers, and they don't smell very good. But your onion here, okay, this is a healthy fingernail. It is hydrated. It is moisturized. It has been well taken care of. Got lots of layers there, okay? Now, this side of your nail, okay, looks perfectly fine. This is a lot of people's naked nails before they wear Jamberry, right? Maybe their nails are dehydrated. Sometimes the different seasons, depending on where you live, that is going to be winter. For some of you, it may be summer, totally depending on your climate and where you are, okay? But sometimes your nail is gonna look like this. Everything appears to be a-okay. It's soft, it's smooth. You are probably unaware that your nail is dehydrated. But if you were to compare it to a hydrated nail side by side, you might see some difference. Now, oh, and look, parts of my nail are coming off a little. Now, this is what, we'll even take this piece off. Okay, when you put a Jamberry wrap on your fingernail, all right? I'm gonna show you this. Okay, here we go. This is going to represent the adhesive of a Jamberry wrap, okay? Because we know that on the other side of these pretty beautiful little things is an adhesive that adheres to the top of our nail plate, otherwise known as our fingernail. Okay, so we're gonna take this handy dandy thing and we are going to, ready? Slap our jam on. I'm gonna go over some of the nice pretty nail too that's been hydrated, okay? And I'm gonna rip from the hydrate. Now, this is why I tell people, do not rip off your fingernails. Notice hydration, no damage. Let's keep going. Ready? I'm gonna hold down this part too, so that I'm doing it very carefully. Doesn't appear to be very careful. Do you see on here? First of all, look over here, okay? Even on the nail, the wrap, okay? Do you see these tiny little pieces that came up? That would cause damage. Now, is it the fault of the nail because this part was not hydrated, or is it the fault of the wrap? Well, You tell me. I mean, if you're gonna wear Jamberry nail wraps, there's a couple things that you need to do to make sure that you are avoiding nail damage. Your removal method is important. We've talked about that, general removal methods, ways to remove your jams. There's a bazillion different ways out there. That is not what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about the hydration part of your nail, the other component. So let's realize there are two things that are important here. How you're removing your jams, right? Because there are some ways, like I just ripped off, that's going to cause more damage, and there are some gentler removal ways, okay? So keep that in mind. But from the inside and the external side of your skin, your epidermis and your dermis, if there's any teachers out there like me, you probably hear kids every once in a while going, oh, your epidermis is showing. Yeah, it is. Your epidermis is your outer layer of skin, and your dermis is your deep, deep tissue. How do we get the deepest nutrition and hydration for our skin? One simple chemical: water. Good old H2O. There is no better way to hydrate your skin and in turn your fingernails than by drinking water. So if you're finding that you have nail damage, the first thing I want you to think about is, how much water am I drinking? Because that's going to be a factor, okay? How much water are you drinking? Yum. All right, if you're like me and you want to squeeze a little Mio in it, one of the things I'm trying to do is drink more water. Another way that you can help your nails from the inside out is by Jamberry's Beauty Boost. This is our multivitamin supplement that is infused with biotin, which is a vitamin that helps the skin, hair, and nails, because they're all the same chemical, you know, it's all keratin. That is what this is intended for, okay? Now, this will not repair damage. You're not gonna be able to look at your split ends and be like, oh look, Beauty Boost healed my split ends. No, it doesn't do that. The same way it doesn't heal any damage that you have already done to your fingernails, but it will help with new, stronger, healthier growth. So from the root of your hair, that new growth that's coming in is going to be healthier. And from your nail, the new part of the nail that's coming out from the matrix is going to be healthier as well. So you've got your water and your Beauty Boost. And even on the back of the Beauty Boost, I believe it does tell you make sure you're drinking plenty of water, because that's like health 101, isn't it? We all know we don't drink enough water. There's a couple of other products that Jamberry has out there to help you. One is our Cuticle Oil, and you just put that on once or twice a day. I was talking to one of the girls on my team, Taylor, who she says that she bathes in the Cuticle Oil, that she actually uses it as a moisturizer, and she puts it on all of her nails, and then she rubs it in her entire hands. That's not a way that I've ever used it. I've ever just used it on the fingernails themselves, but you can use our Cuticle Oil as a moisturizer. The other thing is probably my absolute favorite product other than the nail wraps that Jamberry has, and that is our Indulgence hand care line. This stuff, you guys, is amazing. When you talk about quench, that something will quench your thirst, this quench is all about that. It is a balm that is just, I mean, you just scoop up however much you need and put it on your hands. What I like to do is I buff my hands at night, so I get rid of all of that extra dead skin, and then I put quench all over my hands and I go to sleep, and then the next day I put on my Nourish lotion, okay? So, I mean, really at the end of the day, does Jamberry cause damage? No. But yes, because anything you put on the surface of your nails, if you rip it off, like some of you are doing, I know, because guess what? I do that too, but don't tell anybody. That will cause damage. So if you are a consultant and you're looking for solutions for your customers, ask them some of these questions. Don't just tell them all these different things to do. Ask them what they are doing. If you are a customer out there, or maybe you're new to Jamberry and you want to make sure that you are not damaging your nail, these are some preventative ways to make sure that you are having the healthiest nails possible. And at the end of the day, Jamberry is not just about pretty nails. We're about taking care of the entire manicure, and that's your hands hands and your nails, okay? So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found this little onion demo to be a little bit of a help as well. If you need anything, you guys, please don't hesitate to email me or find me on Facebook. Also, girls, right now, click up there and subscribe to this channel. It is completely free, and you'll get lots of Jamberry videos. You also get alerts when I have new beauty videos that come out as well. And I'm getting ready to film one on this stuff that I got going on my face right now. So check that out as well, okay? I will leave all my information in the down bar below. I will see you guys next time. Bye.